Hi everyone. Well, here's something unusual. I was on my way to try out some restaurants and visited a gaming cafe in Seoul, and I heard this chanting. It seems that there's a Buddhist temple here. The area looks great and inviting. Everywhere is quite colourful with decorations and flowers. I don't really know the etiquette, but everyone was really nice, and some of the volunteers asked me to have some of their snacks and tea. I won't say no to free stuff. The first thing I'm going to try is this. I think they're called dashik, which are pressed biscuits, best enjoyed with tea. Let's try. This is actually my first time tasting these. They're nothing special. They're quite simple, but mildly sweet and pleasant. I have no idea what the tea is, but it's lovely. Not just because it's free, but because it's light and fragrant. I actually feel a bit bad for having something for nothing, so I'll make sure to have a good day and try my best to live a good life. Or, at the very least, I'll try and be positive and leave good reviews. Can't say fairer than that. Anyway, the purpose of today's video was to visit this place, Iteri Budae-jjigae, to try their budae-jjigae, otherwise known as army stew. It's 11:30 AM on a weekday, and sadly they turned me away. The reason being because I'm alone and I'll be wasting a table space. It's annoying, but from the business's point of view, I kinda get it. Ah well, on to plan B. I want to try out a gaming cafe. I love playing games and I love eating, and I've been reading that in Korea you can do both. I'm going to try this place, Riot PC, as I've only read good reviews online. Let's see. Hang on. I need to register, but I've come here at peak time, so no one's going to be able to help me. What the hell? I'm starting to think that eating the food from the temple was actually bad karma. I should have given before I started taking. Now I'm being punished by the universe. Or am I? Well, actually things are looking up. I just went downstairs and looked in this restaurant window when one of the staff came up to me and asked if I was eating in. She wasn't bothered that I was on my own. She just sat me down at a table. I asked if they served budae-jjigae and she shouted spam at me. That's the type of budae-jjigae I'm getting today, I guess, which is fine. As is usual in Korea, you get a few side dishes including white kimchi, spicy radish and some rice, as well as water that you can serve yourself. The budae-jjigae arrives in a metal wok filled with water and soup. It doesn't look much yet because the sauce hasn't dissolved. Let's give it a few minutes. I've been told by one of the ladies here to put these noodles in. They're a part of the meal and you can eat as many as you like. Amazing. First thing to try are the noodles in the soup. They've absorbed a lot of the flavour from the spam and the soup. I've only cooked these for a few minutes as I prefer them underdone. They're excellent. To stop them from cooking, I put some into my bowl to eat. There's a few other ingredients. Here's a meatball. I can see that's pretty simple, but when I bite into it, it tastes meaty and well seasoned. This is really good. Main ingredient of course is spam. This budae-jjigae is a lot more simple than what I'm used to, with only a few ingredients, namely spam. Spam is good, but when you eat it in this sauce with some rice, it tastes amazing. It's hot and hearty, I can't get enough. The sauce itself is rich and a bit hot. It looks spicy, but for me it's quite mild and easy to eat. There are a few other nice touches, such as the sweet potato noodle, which is a bit springy and picks up a lot of the sauce, as well as some minari, otherwise known as water parsley, which incidentally is delicious by the way. The ladies working here were really lovely and made sure my soup was topped up throughout. They offered me even more noodles without asking. The service was excellent, and I'm grateful they could find me a seat during the busy lunchtime service. The side dishes are a little bit sweet and sharp, and they're a great contrast to the budae-jjigae. I like the radish, but I especially love the white kimchi. Delicious. What is a shame, however, is at the end of the meal I discovered this, gim. It's basically seaweed sheets chopped up. It would have made the meal even better. Ah well. Despite not adding it, my meal was delicious and I enjoyed my time here. There's something satisfying about eating budae-jjigae on a cool day. The total came to 12,000 won. I felt it was great value for money. There were lots of spam and unlimited side dishes and noodles. The place had a great atmosphere. I'll definitely come back. I have a little bit of time, so I'm going to try a cafe. This is Delcom. I've seen this place before, but I've never tried it. Today is as good a day as any, and this place looks pretty inviting, not just because of the location. As with every other cafe in Korea, this place has a nice variety of cakes, macaron and pastries. I'm spoilt for choice. I'm a bit overwhelmed with the coffee selection. There's a fair few things here to choose from, and none of them are particularly cheap but sound interesting. I'll go for the vanilla latte for 5,500 won, a Kiri cream cheese castella at 4,800 won, and Earl Grey macaron at 2,700 won. Wow, expensive. The weather's actually quite lovely, even on this chilly day, so I'm on the roof. I'm the only one here. At just after 1 PM, it's not very busy. This coffee is quite blonde looking. I'm so looking forward to this as I love vanilla lattes. Jesus, this is probably the sweetest thing I've ever drank. I've instantly got acid indigestion. Yuck. This drink is unbearable. I actually hate it. Oh. On to the next potentially sweet thing. Here is the macaron. 2,701 is nearly £2. Wow, it better be good. I mean, it looks nice. Just look at the lovely piping of the Earl Grey cream. It's quite inviting. It has a nice crispy, sweet outer shell with a chewy centre, and the cream in the middle is smooth and fragrant. I really like it. It tastes just like Earl Grey tea. Amazingly, it's not as sweet as the coffee, but when you eat a macaron, a coffee is a perfect accompaniment. Not this one though. Time for the Castella. Castella is always a favourite of mine, but I've never tried one with Kiri cream cheese. Kiri is a mild type of cheese, so it sounded quite delicious. As long as it's not too sweet, I'll be happy. Cutting through the cake, I can tell it's quite light and fluffy, with an airy cream cheese filling. The sponge itself is a tiny bit bouncy. Let's try. Oh, okay, that's actually quite mild, not too sweet at all, and the cheese is a little bit rich and savoury. It's a really nice contrast. Is it the best Castella I've ever had? Probably not, but it's pretty good for the price. Whenever you eat a cream Castella cake, it's always good to drink a nice hot coffee to cut through all the richness. Not this one though, this one's truly awful. So that's Dalcom. It cost 13,001, and on appearances alone the food and drink looked pretty good. I felt like the coffee was the sickliest thing ever, and I'm hoping that their other drinks aren't as sweet. I doubt it though. I like the cake and macaron and would be back to try even more, but next time I'll drink something else. Water perhaps. Anyway, I'm back at Riot PC for some food and gaming. I couldn't come earlier because you need an account before you start playing, but there's staff available now to help me with registration. They basically hand you a form to fill out, and once that's done, they get you set up on the terminal at the entrance. You choose how much to put on your account. In my case, I'm paying 2,001 for an hour and 20 minutes, which seems ridiculously cheap as the cost is cheaper the more you put on. Once you've got the account set up, you find an empty seat and computer, and you can start. All the computers are the same. They're high-end with headphones, RGB mouse and keyboards, and gaming chairs. This gaming chair is really comfortable. It's better than my office chair at work. I wonder if I can make a business case for them to give me one of these. Probably not. It's really busy inside. People are eating, drinking and playing games. I love the atmosphere. One of the first things I look at is not the games but the snack and drink section. At the moment the selection is poor as the staff are having a break, but they tell me that will give me the full menu in about an hour or so I'll have to play a game till then. I'll play Among Us. I'm quite good at this game. I have to find out who the imposter is. Oh, this guy seems friendly. Oh. Well, I found him at least. Anyway, after some time they turn the full menu on. Having a look through, they seem to have a wide selection of drinks to keep you going. I was disappointed with my last coffee, so I'll try again with this one for 3,501. They also have a great selection of food to eat. Wow, is this right? They're basically a restaurant with all these options and the prices are really reasonable. I'm quite full from earlier, so I'll only be trying the fries and fried chicken, which sound the hardest to make on the menu. The total is 11,501, and they make you pay at your table. It actually took them around 35 minutes to bring the food, which was surprising, as service is normally really quick in Korea, but I don't mind as I could play games and relax in my chair whilst I waited. Let's try the coffee first. Even though it's a PC room, I'm expecting good things from their drinks. Holy crap, this one is just as bad as the one I had earlier. Why on earth are they putting so much sugar in my drinks? I give up, honestly. The chicken pieces are reasonably sized and have a crispy batter on the outside. If I'm honest, I'm expecting them to be a little bit dry when I taste them. I'm quite surprised though, they're really good actually. The outside's crispy and well seasoned and the chicken is succulent and tender. I'm really happy. They came with some dips. I think this one is mustard and it cuts through the oily chicken really well. It's delicious. The fries are good too. Nothing amazing, but the very fact that they serve them here makes me impressed. Let's play some more games. Oh, good luck. That sounds ominous. Oh no, I don't like this. Werewolves? I hate werewolves. Oh, no, they've got me. Dead. Oh well, maybe I'm too old to keep playing games. Regardless, whether you want to play games, browse the internet, or even have a bite to eat, Right PC is a great place to visit. I wish we had places like this in the UK. The PCs are well spec'd and are cheap to play on. The best thing, however, in my mind is the fact that you can get table service when you want a drink or a bite to eat. Just don't order the coffee. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye!